Good day to you and welcome to another Paddocks Club video tutorial. Today I'm going to talk about the public consultation process that the Department of Human Settlements and the Community Scheme Ombuds Service are currently busy with. Try and put that in context, make some comments and suggestions. The draft regulations were published on the 2nd of October, as I'm sure you know, and the public has 30 days from publication to give comment and make submissions. The government has been making regulations under the Sectional Titles Act since 1973, and in these has never consulted the general public, and also they've never had to have those regulations approved by Parliament. The Minister of Rural Development and Land Reform makes the regulations under the Sectional Titles Act on the basis of recommendations from the Sectional Title Regulations Board. By contrast, in both the Sectional Title Schemes Management Act and the Community Scheme Ombuds Service Act, there are specific requirements that any regulations must be taken by the Department of Human Settlements to Parliament for approval or consultation before they're promulgated. While there is still no legislative requirement for public consultation on the regulations, they have been published and they are open for public comment. And the Department of Human Settlements and Community Scheme Ombuds Service have today started a series of public meetings, one in each province of the Republic, to allow stakeholders to give their views in person. So obviously attend the meetings. If you have something to say, go. If not, make a submission. I saw a great infographic prepared by the government to guide submissions on draft bills, and I've used that as inspiration for a few suggestions I'm going to make now. Firstly, in any suggestions that you make or submissions that you put in, make sure the Department of Human Settlements knows who you are, who you represent, if anyone, and how to contact you. Give your full name, give the name of any organization you represent, and its full names, its aims, your position within the organization, and details of your authority to represent it in making the submission. Express your concerns. This should be, in fact, the bulk of your submission. State why the regulations are important to you and how the parts that you comment on will affect you or your organization. Identify the parts that you're concerned with clearly and explain the problems that they will cause. Give specific suggested solutions or recommendations. If your submission makes statements of fact, make sure that those are correct. Only deal with things in the draft regulations. So, for example, don't say, I don't think there should be reserve funds, the idea just won't work, because the principle that there will be reserve funds for all sectional title schemes is embedded in the Sectional Title Schemes Management Act, which isn't under discussion now. Rather say the minimum prescribed amounts for reserve funds won't work or are not sensible because, and give your argument. And that really brings me on to the final point. Make a good argument. Your submission will be judged on how convincing a case you make, so be clear, be concise, and be logical. Thank you for joining me in this Paddocks Club video tutorial, and if you have any questions, let's deal with them in the discussion forum.